The Gilmore Girls story was centered around the fact that Lorelai got up one day and was tired and she decided, Mom, hey dad, you know what, I've got this. She decided to raise Rory on her own. But I know I'm not the only one that has wondered about this. What if she hadn't made that choice? What if she took the advice of their parents and married Christopher instead? What would have happened if Lorelai said yes to becoming Chris's wife? Hi, my name is Susan. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, how is it going? Now, I don't think it would take a soothsayer to be able to tell that this would have been a problem. Two teenagers getting married at this age. Think of the emotional roller coaster, the codependency, the limited life experience, because these two don't even have self-awareness. How much more understanding someone else at that very young age? Well, I see them having possible arguments and issues over maybe Chris not doing enough around, Chris not being present, both of them not able to do what their mates are doing because of Rory. I think about how Rory's upbringing will be different in this kind of situation. I definitely picture Rory surrounded by privilege. She's right in the middle of Emily and Richard's circle. I can't even picture what having a grandpa like Chris's dad would have been like for Rory. Definitely a nightmare. I see Rory attending the finest schools, probably not wearing anything that's not branded because she probably cares about stuff like that now. I picture Rory being in an etiquette class that Emily enrolled her in without her knowledge. I think she'll be less likely to meet guys like Dean and Jess and more likely to meet more guys like Logan or Tristan. Lorelai would probably have more nannies and tutors looking after Rory for the most part. So she might not exactly be that involved in Rory's life and they might not have had the best friend dynamic that they, have in the story right now. What do I think about Chris's role in all of this? Honestly, I think that he would have tried his best to step up as a father. From the story, it was quite clear that Chris was ready to, take responsibility, even though he might have not been able to understand what that meant at that point. But he was ready to give it a shot, right? Now, I don't think that Chris was generally a bad person. However, I think that he had the wrong influence around him, especially his dad. We see how his dad was on the show. His dad was so keen on the fact that this was not a mistake that he made, but that Lorelai made him to make, which right there and there shows a lack of accountability. His dad was obviously not keen on him taking accountability for this, and this might have played out even if they decided to get married. So we might see Chris running away from tough situations, not to be mean, but maybe because he can't deal with it or he doesn't know how to deal with it. I think he might have been an on and off dad, which he turned out to be in the story. But even if they got married, I think he might have probably not been as present as he should be. And there's a chance that Lorelai wouldn't be able to handle dealing with this at some point. Now for Lorelai, to be quite frank, I'm not sure how this would change Lorelai. I do not think that Lorelai is the kind of person that would be so different from her current personality. And the reason why I say this is that when she was with Emily, she was quite unhappy, right? When she was living with her parents before she ran away. She was quite unhappy, but she still found a way to make jokes out of everything. I think she had a strong personality, and even if she turns out even if she was unhappy married to Chris, she probably would have maxed it under jokes too, or found a way around it, or found a way to live with it until she couldn't anymore. Of course, we might see her in more tea parties and charity galas and on red carpets, but she'll most likely not be friendly with anyone there. And to be quite frank, I think that she and Chris would have had some good times because ultimately they were still friends. Now let's talk about Emily and Richard's control. With Chris in the picture, Lorelai would absolutely have no choice but to rely on Emily and Richard for financial support. They'll probably insist on where they live, how they raise Rory, what kind of family events they attend, and this would obviously cause a lot of issues with Lorelai and her parents. Then there is the whole in-law situation. Now, especially with Chris's dad, I think there would have been a lot of tension with this man because I picture Chris's dad pushing for, I don't know how to pronounce his name, is it Straub or Straub? I'm not sure, and I'm not even bothered to check. But I picture that he might have pushed to have Christopher have a more significant role in Rory's life. He might probably be questioning Lorelai's parenting style because he's old school like that and he's kind of a jerk. He also could be sometimes accusing Lorelai of how she's raising Rory. I definitely picture him trying to demand to have a say in Rory's career choices. He might be like, we are contributing to her school fees, we are contributing to her financial expenses, so it's only fair that we have a say in what she decides to study. I think that's a bit extreme, but I definitely see him doing that. That said, I would honestly like to imagine a world in which things don't go south as a result of them getting married. Let's play devil's advocate here for a second. What if Lorelai and Christopher did make it work? Like, what if they grew up, matured, and actually became a solid team? Maybe Lorelai is witty and funny enough to push through and make their marriage survive because she doesn't take everything personally, I guess. Or Christopher is also able to step up, is able to become a true partner because of, I'm sorry, that's my phone, is able to become a true partner because of what, because of this new situation. Maybe he matures quickly as a result, and he's able to step into his potential as well, whether that's thriving in their family business, being a present father to Rory. Yeah, I definitely think that Rory would have benefited from having the presence of both parents, right? Maybe it might have helped her confidence more, maybe her determination, like being a witness to a good, healthy relationship between her parents might have helped her make better choices as well in her own, in her own personal life. There's also a potential, wild thoughts, I know, but there's a potential that she might have not been beat down when Mitchun told her that she didn't have it. Maybe she won't have been so fazed by that, right? At the end of the day, I think Lorelai's choice to go through this situation alone was what made the show what it was. We can't change that, obviously. It wasn't easy, but it was kind of real, and it's something that a lot of people actually go through. We can think of a lot of scenarios that would have changed. I'm sure a lot of people have had to deal with this before, and this is a teenage pregnancy situation, right? And sometimes I wonder a lot about how the people in these situations go through it. I just wonder sometimes how the parents involved are able to go through this situation, how they're able to help out their parents. Lorelai literally left home, so both Chris's parents, her own parents, Chris was not even involved in raising that child, so she did everything on her own. And I wonder sometimes, would she take it back, if she was to be in that situation again? Because it definitely can be easy raising a child from really young till when they become a teenager, especially doing it alone. So I just wonder, if she had the opportunity to do things differently, if she would do it again. Anyway, I also want to know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you think it would have worked if they ended up together? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I release new videos. And thank you for watching this video. I'm Susan again, and I will see you in the next video.